Online people, can you please confirm my voice is audible or not?
Yes, audible, sir.
I hope my screen also visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, hi all, good afternoon.
Yeah.
So actually now we'll discuss about any open questions for any topic so far which we discussed. Then we'll do practicals on morning session. So morning session, whatever the topics we discussed, Randy, just we'll go ahead with the practicals. Actually, I showed you everything, how to create the backup tables and everything. So from your side, you try to do all those activities. If you are facing any kind of issues, I will provide the support to you. So with that, you can able to recap all the things, whatever we discussed in the 11:45 session. Okay. Then we'll discuss about some new topics. So this is the plan. Indirectly, this session is a kind of an interactive session. If you have any kind of sessions, if you have any kind of questions, we can discuss. At the same time, we'll do the practicals on the topics, whatever we discussed from the morning session, 11:45. So because those 11:45 session topics are very, very important from the real-time perspective only. For that reason, if you have any kind of questions or if you want to get any clarifications on the questions, we'll discuss about those and we'll do the practicals again on the same topic one time. Then we'll start discussing about the new topics. Is it fine? Okay. Any questions so far? Whatever the topics we discussed from the database side, or from the cloud side, or from the G cloud commands, or from the GCS side, or from database concepts. Any questions?
Sir, yeah, sir, this is like, sir, any real-time example for versioning in Google Cloud Storage?
Yeah, morning we discussed about that, right? If you are going to do any kind of changes on top of the files, it will create the versions. And whenever you want to revert the data from that, we can able to reuse the versions. What is the specific thing you are looking?
So I'm just looking for the retention policy and versioning. So any one kind of real-time example.
See, for versioning or retention policy, if you want to do these activities only, we need to have the kind of a paid version. So in the free trial, we cannot able to do this activity. Just we need to understand the topic. That's the reason just I given the topic information on the versioning and retention policy. So for retention policy, morning we discussed about one example, right? If you are going to work in the banking sector, we need to follow some kind of banking rules. So federal bank is having some of the rules in the banking sector. So as per the rules, what need to happen is we need to maintain the last 7 years of historical data. So because at any point of time, federal bank will ask the last 7 years of data for any bank. That's the reason they are going to maintain the last 7 years of data. But if you are going to maintain the last 7 years of data, if you are going to maintain the last 7 years of data as per the rules, we should not perform any kind of changes and deletions on that data. But how we can able to restrict the deletions or how we can able to restrict the changes on top of the data, if you want to perform this activity, we are going to apply the policy called as a retention policy from the S3 bucket side. So once we are going to apply the retention policy, it will ask the question, how many days you want to apply the retention policy? There you can give the 1 year or 2 years or 7 years by depending on the requirement. So with that, for those many number of days or for those many number of years, we are not going to perform any kind of changes, or we are not going to perform any kind of deletions on top of that data. So this is the one example you can able to understand for the retention policy. Still any question on this?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Offline people, any questions from your side? All topics are clear. Okay, nice. Okay, then. So please open MySQL prompt. Please open MySQL prompt. Hope everyone opened, right? Okay. So tell me, morning, what are the topics we discussed? First, we discussed about alter command. After that, within alter, we discussed about how to add columns, and we discussed about how to drop columns, and we discussed about how to change data types of the columns. So these three are the topics we discussed on top of the alter commands and after that we discussed about enhancement projects. In enhancement projects, what kind of activities we are going to perform? We'll add columns on top of the table by depending on the requirement, or we'll drop columns from the table, or we'll change transformation rules of the columns. So just I'm giving the summary, Andy. So I hope some people are thinking that morning we discussed so many topics. That's the reason. Just I'm giving the kind of a summary. So with that, you can able to recollect what we discussed as part of our morning session. And if you have any kind of questions on these topics, we can repeat those topics. And with that, we can proceed further. Okay. So coming to alter commands, we discussed about how to add the columns, how to drop the columns, and how to change the data types of the columns. And after that, we discussed about in the enhancement projects, what kind of activities we are going to perform, what activities we are going to perform. Either we are going to add the columns, or we are going to drop the columns, or we are going to change the transformation rules of the columns by depending on the requirement. But here we discussed one more important point, Andy. What was that? If you are going to perform any kind of these activities in the enhancement projects, we are going to perform these activities on the existing table, or we are going to perform these activities on the new table. We are going to perform all these activities on the existing tables. On existing table, we will do above activities. So what will happen if you are going to perform these kind of activities on the existing table? What kind of chances are there? There are the chances for corruption of data on these existing tables. There are the chances for correction of data on these existing tables, because on existing tables we are going to add the columns, or we are dropping the columns, or we are changing the transformation rules of the columns. While performing this activity, what might be happen? On the existing table, there might be some data corruptions are going to happen. Once the data corruption is going to happen, you cannot able to revert the data again from the table. That's the reason what we are doing here. Here, we are going to take backup tables to handle these kind of situations. So if any corruption is going to happen on top of the existing tables, to revert the data, what we are doing here, we are going to maintain the backup tables as part of our real-time projects. And so for that reason, we discuss about the topic called as nothing but how to create backup tables. So why we discussed about how to create the backup tables in the real time? If you are going to work in the enhancement projects, we are going to work on the existing table. Because of any reason, if any data corruption is going to happen, then what will happen? You cannot able to revert the data. For that reason, in the real time, before performing all these activities, compulsory we are going to take the backup tables and how many ways we can able to take the backup tables? We discussed about 3 different options. Option 1, option 2, and option 3. So we'll go one by one. So whenever we are calling it as a backup table, first what we need to do here? We need to copy the structure of the table. So how to get the structure of the table? Show, create, table, table name. So if anyone created the employee table already, please run this command. So we'll do practicals together and so with that, you can able to get the clarifications for all the questions. And if you have any kind of confusions also, you can able to overcome all those confusions. We'll do practicals together. So please run this command in your system. Show, create, table, table name. So once we are going to run this, what will happen? It is given the output like this. In this output, you can able to see complete create table statement of the employee table. Already whatever the table which you created, for the table, whatever the create command we given, that entire create table statement you can able to see. Now what is the next step? Just we need to copy this information into your notepad. And after that, just give the table name. I'm giving, for example, backup 6. What we are doing here, just we need to copy the structure of the table. After that, I am changing the table name. I am giving the table name as employee underscore BKP 6.
Sir, what is engine InnoDB default car set?
This is this one.
Yes, yes.
So actually internally we are having some default databases and it is taken that default engine as a database here. Okay. Now we need to run this command in the SQL prompt. So with this, what we are doing here, we are creating the only backup table structure. Just copy this. Go to your SQL prompt. Give semicolon and run it. So here what we have done, just we copied the structure of the table. So whenever we are calling it as a backup table, we need to maintain the same structure. That's the reason by using this command, we fetched the structure of the table. After that, we changed the table name. Then we ran this query in the SQL prompt. With that, we copied the structure of our main table to backup table. Now, what is the next step? Now we need to copy data from main table to our backup table only. So for the purpose of doing this activity, what we are doing here, indirectly you want to load the data into the backup table. Whenever you want to load the data into backup tables or any other table, what is the command we are going to use? Insert command. What is the syntax of insert? Insert into table name. In which table you want to load? Into the backup table. So I'm giving it as a employee underscore BKP 6. After that, from which table you want to copy? From the employee table, which is nothing but from the main table, we need to copy the data. So we are given the command called as select star from employee. So from the main table, we need to copy the data. So for that reason, we are given the query called as a select star from employee. So as part of running this query, what will happen? It will copy, it will read all the data from the employee table. That data will be inserting into the employee underscore BKP 6 table by using the insert command. In the same query, we are using insert command and also we are using the select command. This is the way you need to frame the query. Insert into backup table, select star from main table. This is the query we need to prepare. Copy and run in the SQL prompt. So if you observe here, 5 rows are copied. Now I'm given the query, select star from employee table. This is the main table. Then I'm giving select star from employee underscore BKP6. See, this is the main table data. This is the structure of the table. And here we are fetching the data from the backup table. In the both the tables, we can able to see the same columns. In the both the tables, we can able to see the same data. This is the way we can able to create the backup table by using option 1. If anyone facing any kind of issues or errors, please let me know. So might be some people can able to get the question why we are repeating the same topic only. One reason, morning we discussed multiple topics, might be people are having the confusion. At the same time, this is the one of the important activity we are going to perform in the real time. That's the reason I want to do practicals together. With that, if you have any kind of questions, I can give the answers for those questions. Option 1, any questions or any confusions or any errors? Online people, everyone is clear on the option 1?
Yes, sir.
Did anyone facing any kind of errors or issues for the option 1?
No, sir.
Okay, nice. Now in the option 2, again, I want to copy the structure of the table. Then I want to copy data from main table to backup table. So to copy the structure in the option 1, we discussed about one approach only. Now instead of this, what we can do here, if you want to copy the structure of the table to backup table, we can give the query like this: create table, table name. Just I'm giving like employee table. So this is the simplest way if you want to copy the structure into the backup table. So what is the query we are giving? Create table, backup table. Just we are using the operator called as a like operator, like our main table. If I am going to run this query, what will happen? Automatically your backup table will be created with the help of your main table structure. Just we'll try to run this. See what happened? Query is executed. Your backup table has been created. If you want to see the structure of the backup table, what is the query we can give?
Yes.
Describe or DESC. Just give the table name. Now see, whatever the structure we are having in the main table, same structure copy to your backup table. Here with the single query or with the single step only, you can able to copy the structure of your backup table as per our requirement. Now what is the next step? Now we need to copy the data from the main table to backup table. Here we are going to use the different query or we are going to use the same query. We are going to use same query, whatever we have used in the option 1 only. So here just give it as insert into backup table, select star from employee table. So with this, you can copy the data from main table to backup table. Insert into backup table, select star from main table. So with this query, you can able to copy data from the main table to backup table. So this is the way in the option 2, you can copy the structure and you can able to copy the data. Hope everyone following me. Any issues or any questions on the option 2, please ask me. In option 1.
Why we can create tables to like operator.
Okay.
After we use like operator, when we select when you do select star from that table, then we will
Online people, anyone facing any issues?
No, sir.
No, sir, we are good.
Offline people, any issues so far? Tell me here, if I'm going to run this query, it will copy the structure only or it will copy the data? If I'm going to run this query, it will copy the structure or it will copy the data also?
Only structure.
It will copy only the structure, okay? But if you want to copy the data, then what we have to do here? We need to run the
insert
below
them.
query. By using this query, you can able to copy the data. In the option 2 also indirectly what we are doing, we are copying the structure first by using the create command. After that, we are copying the data by using the insert command. Okay. Now last option, option 3. Just we are giving create table, table name as select star from table. So see here, we are not doing the step 1 or step 2 only. In the single query only, what we are doing here, you are going to copy the structure. At the same time, we are going to copy the data. Just we need to frame the query like create table, table name as select star from employee table. So once we are going to run this query, what will happen? From the employee table, it will copy the structure. At the same time, because of given the select statement, what will happen? It will read the data from employee table. That data also will be copied to the backup table, which is nothing but no need to go for the two-step process only. In the single step only, you can able to copy the structure. In the single step only, you can able to copy the data also. This is the query we can able to frame. Create table, backup table as select star from employee table. With the single query, you are going to copy the structure and also you are going to copy the data. Just we'll try to run this query. See here, query is completed, 5 rows are affected. Just I'm going to run select star from backup table. With the single query, we got the structure. With the single query, you got the data also. This is the way by using the option 3, we can able to create the backup tables as part of our real-time systems. Please try the option 3 also. If you are facing any kind of issues or any kind of questions, please let me know. Online people, option 3, is it fine or any questions? Any issues, any errors you are facing? Hope all are doing the practicals in parallel with me, and if anyone is not doing, if you are facing any issues, please let me know. Because this topic is depending on the other topics, whatever we are going to cover in the coming classes. If you could not able to understand this topic properly, you could not able to understand the coming classes. That's the reason just I'm repeating the same topics again in this session. Okay, now tell me, we discussed about 3 different options. Now, which option we are going to use in the real time? Which option we are going to use in the real time? Why we are discussing all these backup tables?
Option 3.
As I told you earlier, so in the enhancement projects, before doing the modifications on top of the existing table, compulsory we need to create the backup tables in the real time. That's the reason only we are discussing this whole topic. Now, if you are going to work in the real time or as part of interviews, if anyone is going to ask a question, how to create the backup table, what is the answer we can able to say? You can able to give the answer as a option 3. Then why we discussed about option 1 and option 2? In the real time, if you are going to use the option 3, or in the interviews, if you are going to give the option 3 as an answer, then why we discussed about option 1 and option 2? For time pass up. No, Andy, because as part of interviews, sometimes they're asking the questions like this. If you are giving this query, they're asking the question, is there any alternative way to create the backup table? Then we can give this answer. If they're asking, is there any other alternative way, then we can able to give this kind of answer. But if you are going to work in the real time, which approach we are going to use? Obviously, we are going to use the shortcut approach, and which is nothing but in the real time, we are going to use the option 3 for the purpose of creation of our backup tables. In real time, we are going to use option 3 to create the backup tables, and as part of interviews also, directly you can give the answer as a option 3 only. If they are asking any other alternative approaches, and then you can able to give the answer as a option 2 or option 1 as part of your interviews. In the real time, if you want to create the backup table, directly this is the query we can able to use for the purpose of achieving our requirement. Offline people, option 3 completed or any facing any issues? Online people, option 3 completed. Any issues or any questions?
Completed.
It's completed.
Yeah, Shruti, you are on video. Can you please shut down your video? Okay. So after this topic, what is the next topic we discussed in the 11:45 session? We discussed about partial backup tables. What is meant by partial backup tables?
We'll back up only the required columns.
If we are going to take backup of the tables with partial columns or partial data as per the requirement. If we are going to take backup of the tables with partial columns or partial data as per the requirement, and such kind of tables we can able to call it as nothing but partial backup tables. Now, instead of discussing option 1 and option 2, directly we'll discuss about the option 3 here. Here my requirement is create backup table with EID and ename columns for only department ID 20 employees. So this is the requirement. I want to create a backup table, but you want to create the complete backup table or you want to create the partial backup table with the only 2 columns? I want to create the partial backup table with only 2 columns as per the requirement. At the same time, you want to copy the complete data, you want to copy the only partial data. I want to copy only the partial data, which is nothing but DID 20 employees, and this is the requirement. Now, to achieve this requirement, which changes we need to perform in this query? Try to give the answer. What all are the changes we need to perform on this query if you want to create the partial backup table as per the requirement?
Instead of star, we have to use the column names.
Instead of star, we need to give the EID comma ename, because I want to get the structure of only the 2 columns, and for that reason here we are giving the EID comma ename by removing the star. At the same time, if you are given the select from the table, what will happen? It will give all the records, but my requirement is I want to copy data for only department ID 20 employees. For that reason, we need to apply the filter condition. How to apply the filter condition?
Where the ID
is equal to 20. This is the way we can apply the filter condition. Now, with this query, with this select statement, what is going to happen? It will give the only 2 columns in the output, and it will display the only 2 records in the output. For example, I will run only this query. See, if you are running only the select query, what is happening? It is given the only 2 columns. It is given only the 2 records. Now we are giving this query as input to your create command. So what is going to happen? It will create the table by using all the 5 columns or by using only 2 columns. By using only 2 columns, it will create the table and it will copy the data. It will copy all the records, or it will copy only the 2 records. It will copy only the 2 records. Just we'll see that. Now see, only it created the table with only the 2 columns, with only the 2 records. This is the way you can able to create the partial backup tables as part of our real-time requirements. Just try this option for the partial backup table. If you are facing any kind of issues or any questions, please let me know. Any issues? Okay. What else we discussed in the 11:45 session? We discussed about system tables and what are the system tables we are having? So these two are the system tables we are having. Information underscore schema dot INNODB underscore tables. This is the one system table we are having. And second table is information underscore schema dot INNODB underscore columns. Tell me here, in this system table, what is the data it is going to store? It will store only the table names, or it will have the column names also? It will have only table names. What about this one? It is going to contain all the column names. So first table is going to store all the table names information. Second table is going to store all the columns related information. And these two are the system tables or actual tables? Actual tables in the sense we created these two tables, or your system created these two tables as part of installation. As part of installation, your system itself created these two tables, and for that reason we are calling these two tables are nothing but our system tables. And tell me, are we inserting any data in these two tables? We are not inserting any data, but whenever we are going to create the table, automatically that information will be storing in the both the tables. Whenever we are going to create the table, table name will be storing in the first table, and column names are going to store in the second table. We are not doing anything manually here. Just we are going to write the query create table name. We are giving all the columns information. We are going to execute the query. Once we are going to execute the query, in the back end, what will happen? Your table name is going to store in the first system table, and all the column names are going to store in the second system table. This is the way it is going to capture the metadata of your tables into your these two tables. So I can able to say metadata of tables will store in above system tables.
Sir, these are related to BigQuery tables or
No,
our MySQL?
No, these are MySQL only. See, so
Okay.
far we are not discussing anything about the BigQuery and within the MySQL only we are discussing. In the MySQL, these two are the system tables we are having. Like that, in every database, we are going to have the system tables. In those system tables, it is going to contain all the metadata. Whenever you want to see the list of the table names, or whenever you want to see the list of the column names, then we can able to use the system tables as part of our real-time system. So just
It
for the
will have deleted table information also. Will it be there, sir?
No. See, someone is asking the question. These system tables are going to contain tables information which we drop. Tell me whether these tables are going to contain that information. For example, I am running the query drop table name. If I am going to run this query, what will happen actually? It will remove the complete structure of the table from your database system. What is the meaning of the statement? Removing the structure of the table from the database system. What is the meaning of the statement? Which is nothing but in this table, earlier we are having the one entry called as a employee as a table name. But whenever we are giving the drop command, automatically what will happen? That entry will be removed from this table automatically. That's the reason only we are calling it as a system table. I will show you one example. With that, you can get a clear picture. Just 1 second. Select star from this table. If I'm going to run this query, what will happen? It will display all the records, all the tables, and for that reason, just I'm giving limit 1. Why we are giving the limit 1? It will display only one record. Only by using that record, at least we can understand what all are the columns we are having in this system table. See here, we are having table ID, we are having the name. It is nothing but our table name. So like this, we are having multiple columns on top of your system table. Now, if you want to see the information of a particular table, which column we need to use? Here in the name column, it is storing all the tables information. That's the reason Here we are going to give the query like this, where name is equal to CDE underscore batch 19 / employee underscore BKP 8. Just I'm giving the table name as a BKP 8 and D. If you want to see a particular table information, then what we are doing? We are fetching the data from the system table. Here we are giving the condition. What is the condition? I want to see my table name. That's the reason we are giving it as a where my table name is equal to, what is the table name we are giving? Database name / our table name and D. See if I'm going to execute this query. What is happening? How many records it is giving? Only one record. This record is for which one? This record is for our CDE underscore B19 database. In this database, we are already having one table called as a employee underscore BKP 8. For that reason, this record is coming on top of your output screen. Now tell me, for this table, what is the table ID we are having?
1091.
1091 is nothing but our table ID. Now, if you want to see the columns information of this table, we are going to use the same query, but instead of tables, here we are giving it as a columns, where table underscore ID is equal to 1091. So tell me here, why we are given the condition as a table ID is equal to 1091 instead of name? Because in this INNODB underscore columns table, we don't have any name column and even if you are having the name column, that is not related to the table. That's the reason what we are doing here. We are given the condition as a where table underscore ID is equal to 1091. What is meant by 1091 indirectly? 1091 is nothing but our respective table, which for the employee underscore BKP 8. That's the reason for the employee underscore BKP 8, whatever the table ID we are having here, that table ID we are giving as input to the one more system table called as INNODB underscore columns. Just I'm going to run this query. Now see, for the table ID, we can able to see all the columns, which is nothing but all these columns are for which table? All these columns are for the employee underscore BKP 8 table. Okay. Now, so far, how it is getting all this information? Whenever you are creating the employee backup 8 table, automatically this table name is storing in this first table, column names are storing in the second table. Okay. Now, what we'll do here is I will drop the table. Drop table name. Now tell me, if I'm going to drop the table, actually what is going to happen? It will remove the structure of the table. Now you try to give the answer from where it is going to remove the structure. Earlier we discussed from the database, it will remove the structure. What it means indirectly?
It will be removed from system tables also.
It will remove from the system tables. And which system tables we are having? INNODB underscore table is a one system table which is having the table name. INNODB underscore column. This is the one more system table which is having the columns information. Now I am going to run the query drop table name. Query is executed. Now I will run the previous queries one more time. See here. This is the query I am running. Now what I am doing? On top of the system table, I am given the same condition with the backup 8. Now tell me, this query will display how many records?
0.
This query has to give 0 records, right? See, indirectly, whenever we are going to perform any kind of structural changes, and automatically what will happen? That information will be captured into your system table. In which system tables? In INNODB underscore tables and INNODB underscore columns. In these state tables, it will capture all the structure related changes. If you are creating the table, it will insert the record. Tell me, if I'm going to drop the table, what is happening indirectly here in the system table? It is deleting the records only. Earlier, we are having this record for the employee backup 8. After dropping the table, do we have this record in this table? No. No. What happened indirectly? This record has been deleted from the system table. In the same way, we'll see the columns table. See here. Earlier, we given the INNODB underscore columns where table ID is equal to 1091. I will try to run this. Are we getting any columns information? No. Why we are not getting? Because whenever we are dropping the table, indirectly what's happening? It is removing the complete structure of the table, which is nothing but it removed the table names and also it removed the column names. Table names are removing from the INNODB underscore tables and column names are deleted from the INNODB underscore columns. And this is the way you need to understand what is the purpose of these system tables, how it is capturing all your structure changes internally in your database system. Okay. Still, if you are having any questions, please ask me.
Sir, so if I dropped by accidentally, so I cannot revert it back, sir.
No, you cannot able to revert it.
Sir, and how do I check the count of rows in system information, sir? INO underscore DB underscore tables, count of rows for all the tables.
Okay. So for example, see here. So someone is asking the question. She want to understand in the INNODB underscore tables, total how many tables we are having, Andy. So indirectly, you want to count the number of records in the table. If you want to count the number of records, we can able to give the query called as count of star. Again, this is the separate topic we are discussing in the coming classes. We are going to discuss. This is comes under the aggregate functions, Andy. As part of discussing aggregate functions, we'll discuss about count function. But for now, just to try to understand at the high level, whenever you want to find out number of records in the table, then what is the function we can able to use? Count function. Just to keep it as select count of star from. I'm giving this table. Now see indirectly how many tables we are having here.
45.
In this one, we are having total 45 rows, which is nothing but how many tables we are having in our database system totally. Totally, we are
45.
having the 45 number of tables, and indirectly I'm trying to say whenever you want to check the number of records from your table, we are going to apply the function called as a count function. If you understood, well and good. Otherwise, you can ignore it, Andy, because in the coming classes we will discuss about the aggregate functions. At that point of time, in detail, we'll discuss about how this count function is going to work in our database system. For now, focus about what is the use of the system tables, how it is working internally whenever we are going to create the tables or alter the tables or drop in the tables. Okay. Any questions on these two things, please ask me. Okay. Now just I will ask one question, try to give the answer.
Sir, one more question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we are using a separate DB, right? It is not a SysDB or SysDB.
Yeah, we are creating a separate database, Andy. So this is the database we
So-
created, CD underscore B19. This is the database which we created.
Yes. So CD underscore D underscore this database granted all the permissions, because in different databases we need to access this user for those topics.
Okay.
That is why I'm asking. So I think this DB has all the access. Or
Yeah, no. So actually here we are doing the practicals on the local system and we install our manually, right? So that's the reason this is going to contain all the access.
okay.
Okay. So generally, if you're going to work in the real time, there our admin team will provide the accesses. They are going to remove the accesses only. But for now, this is the database which we created and this entire software which we installed. So for that reason, on top of this database, you are going to have the complete access. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. In system tables, who will add or remove the records? Any answers? In system tables, who will add the records or who will remove the records?
DBAs or now it is
It will be
automatically
DBA.
automatically detecting, sir. Whenever we are doing any actions, automatically it is adding. Okay, but I think the control must be with some admin people should have control.
Okay, so I'm giving the three options. One is the DBAs or users or automatically. What's the answer?
Sir,
As per the current
why
understanding.
Automatically it is
someone
doing,
will
sir.
be delete this one?
Automatically it will happen. See here, whenever you are going to create the table, automatically that information will be inserted into your system tables. Whenever you are going to drop the table, automatically that information will be removed from the system tables. So indirectly what we can able to say here, automatically data will be added to your system tables. Automatically data will be removed from the system tables. And what is meant by automatically? Whenever you are going to perform any kind of DDL operations, then automatically all the operations will happen on top of your system tables. DBS will not come into the picture, users will not come into the pictures. Here we can able to say, if we are going to perform any DDL operations automatically changes will happen on system tables. But tell me, if you are going to work in the real time in the production environment, can we able to drop the tables directly? We
No.
won't have such kind of access, Sunday. So in the dev environment or as part of doing the practicals in our local machine, you are having the create access and you are having the drop access also. But if you are going to work in the real time projects in the dev environment, mostly you are going to have all the accesses. But if you are going to work in the production environment, you cannot able to drop the tables, because if they are giving that access to each and everyone, what we will do? Simply we'll go to production environment, we will start playing only. So if you are going to do the play, what will happen? You can able to delete the data, or you can able to drop the tables, anything you can able to do by mistake. That's the reason in the production, they won't give any kind of access to create the tables, or they are not going to give any kind of access to drop the tables also. Then tell me, in production environment, who will create or drop the tables?
DBS.
You can able
DBS.
to say DBS or super users. Super users is nothing but only one person or two persons are going to contain all the access on the your production database, and that person indirectly we can call it as a super user, or our DBS also we are going to contain complete access on our production environment. So whenever you want to create the tables or whenever you want to drop the tables, what we need to do here? First, you need to raise a request. In that request, we need to provide complete create table statement if you want to create the table, or if you want to drop the table, you need to provide your drop query in that request. By seeing that query, your DBS or super users will execute the queries in our database system. Then also what will happen? So for example, if DBS or super users are going to perform the DDL operations, is anything happen differently on top of the system tables? No, right?
No.
Normal user or super user or DBS, whomever is going to perform any kind of DDL operations, automatically it will impact your system tables, and either it will add the records or delete the records by depending on operations which we are performing in the database system. Okay, all these are the basic things which we need to understand on top of our system tables. Still, if you are having any questions, please ask me.
That is applicable even if I add any column or drop any column, I should go via DBS only, right, sir?
Yeah, exactly. See, someone is asking the question, if I want to add the column or if I want to drop the column, who will do all these operations in the production environment? I'm asking. In prod environment, who will add the columns or who will drop the columns? Again, your DBS or super users only are going to perform these operations in the production environment. But in the dev environment, who will do?
We will do.
We will perform these operations. So don't get any kind of confusion, Sandy. In the dev environment, we are going to perform these operations. Now, if you want to add the column, what we are doing? You are writing a script by using the alter command. Now, this command you will execute in dev, and you will do complete testing in dev. Then we are going to deploy it into test environment. Here also we are going to perform all the testing activities. After that, we need to deploy these changes into prod. What is the meaning of deploying the changes, Sandy? It is nothing but we need to run the same alter command, whatever we ran the alter command in the dev environment, or whatever the alter command we ran in the test environment, same command again we need to run in the production environment also. But can we able to run it in the production environment? No, that's the reason only what we are doing here. Here we are raising a request. To whom? To DBA. And to the DBA, what we are giving? Your DBA will prepare the alter command, or we need to share the alter command. Whatever the command you executed in the dev environment, whatever the command you executed in the test environment, that command we need to share to our DBS. And here I can able to say, we need to share our alter command to DBS. By using that, they will run the queries in prod environment. See here, whenever I'm going to say in the production environment, your DBAs or super users are going to create the tables. Don't assume that DBAs or super users are going to write the queries, and we are only writing the queries. What we are doing here, instead of running those queries from our side, we are sharing those queries to the DBAs or super users. By using those queries, they are going to create the tables in the production environment. What about dev environment and test environment? You yourself can able to create the tables, or you yourself can able to alter the tables by depending on our requirement. But coming to production environment, you are not going to have any kind of access. Only DBAs or super users are going to have the access. They will do all these operations on behalf of you in our real-time projects in the production environment. Okay. Any other questions still? What all are? User created tables and system created tables. See here, just I will show you quickly. If I'm giving show databases, what's happening here? If you observe, information underscore schema, performance underscore schema, MySQL, and sys. These all are nothing but our system created databases, and within that, if you are going to create the tables, what we are doing here, whenever we are going to create the tables, we are creating the tables in the system database or in our own database. We are creating all the tables in our own database which we created. In our example, what is the database which I created? CD underscore batch 19. This is the database I created. Other than this database tables, if any other tables are having in that system table, who created all those tables? We can able to say those are all the tables created by system, which is nothing but as a user or as a developer, whenever you are going to create the tables, where we are creating all the tables, we are creating all the tables on the database which we created, which is nothing but in the system table. If any row we are seeing with our database, that is nothing but that row is created by ourselves. Okay. If any row is seen without our side, what we can able to say, those are the tables created by your system. That is the way you can able to differentiate what are the system tables and what are the user tables which we are creating in our database system. Is it clear? Okay. Any other questions? Sir, why we are spending this much of time on this same topic, and why you are asking so many things? Because morning some people raise the concern and they couldn't understand some of the topics. That's the reason. Again, I'm repeating the thing. So what is the intention here is everyone should understand every topic in end to end. Then only what we can do here, we can able to proceed for the other topics. Otherwise, some people will be behind the schedule and some people running with me. So I don't want to do like that. Everyone should travel in parallel. With that, what will happen? All people can able to understand all the topics in the perfect way. That's the reason. Again, I'm spending 1 hour extra to discuss about all these topics one more time. Okay. Still, if you're having any questions, we can discuss. Everything is clear, and hope everyone did the practicals also in parallel with me. Okay. And some people are saying, raising one concern only, we are not getting time to do the practice. But tell me, really, is it the real case? See, in my class, within 1.5 hours, for example, I'm talking about one hour theory. Then within 30 minutes, I am showing all the practicals. While explaining, I taken 30 minutes of time for the purpose of doing the practicals in front of you only. Now you tell me, from your side, really, if you want to perform the practice, within how much time you can able to complete the practice? I can say within 15 to 20 minutes, you can able to complete the practice. Will you agree or not? In 1.5 hour class, 1 hour we are discussing about the main topics. After that, 30 minutes or 40 minutes, we are discussing about the practicals. As part of practicals, again, what I'm doing, I am explaining everything in detail. With that, I am performing the practicals. For that, for me, it taken 40 to 30 minutes of time only. Now, same practice, if you want to perform from your side, how much time it will take? From my understanding, I can able to say 15 to 20 minutes, or at max, I can able to say 30 minutes. Tell me, are you are not getting 30 minutes of time to complete the practice? See here, might be some people raise the question. Sir, session 1, we are talking some topics. Session 2, some topics. Session 3, some topics. Okay. Every session, for example, if you are going to perform the practice for 30 minutes only, how much time you need to spend? Maximum 1.5 hours. or at max I can able to say you need to spend 2 hours of time. So really, are you spending 2 hours of time to do the practice? See here, it's not a normal training only. So we are going in the JOIP program, which is nothing but job oriented internship program. So as part of this program, our classes are from 8:30 to 4:30. Okay, really, how many people are spending this much of time? Okay, you yourself can able to question. Based on that, you yourself can able to get the answer. And see here, we are daily taking either 3 classes or 2 classes or 1 class by depending on my availability. And if I'm taking the 3 classes, automatically what will happen? On that day, you need to perform the more practicals compared to the normal day. But even though if I'm going to take the 3 classes also, within 1.5 hours or 2 hours only, you can able to complete all the practicals. That is my understanding. At the same time, see here, from Monday onwards, I will give assignments also again, which is nothing but you need to perform the practice on the topics which we are discussing in the every class. In parallel, you need to perform the assignments also. Nandi. In every assignment, we are going to give the 30-40 questions, which is nothing but slowly what is going to happen? Load is going to increase or load is going to decrease? Your load is going to increase. And one more thing, at present, we are discussing about only DB concepts. Later on, we are going to start discussing about Unix concepts. Later on, we are going to discuss about the Python concepts. Other than these 3 in parallel, every day what we are discussing? We are discussing GCP services, which is nothing but how many things you need to perform the practice? DB concepts, Unix concepts, Python concepts, and GCP services. And all these are the things you need to perform the practice. Now itself, if you are not getting the time, how you will manage coming days? So please ask this question to whom? Yourself only. So if I'm not getting the time now itself, how I can able to manage all these things in the coming days? And ask this question yourself only, because you have to spend the time definitely. Okay, from my side, what I can do here, I can able to explain all the topics. I can able to give the different examples, or I can able to give the practicals, or I can able to give the assignments. And but to complete all these things, who need to put the efforts? From your side, you need to put the efforts. Please plan accordingly. Real-time employees or non-real-time employees, anyone. And real-time employees, don't raise the question. We are not getting the time because of the office hours. And you know about that information before joining the course itself, and you taken the decision to continue the classes. Please plan accordingly. Every day, at least spend 1 hour or 2 hours of time on the practicals. With that only, you can able to get the perfect knowledge. Okay. And today at 11:45, we discussed about the so many topics. Immediately, some people raise the concern. That's the reason. Again, I repeated all the topics one more time. Really, if you are having any kind of concerns, I don't have any kind of issues to repeat the topics. And for example, today you are not doing any practice. Okay, next 2 days, I'm covering so many other topics. After the 3rd day or 4th day, if you're coming back and if you're asking the question, sir, how to create the backup table? I didn't understand. Can I do anything? At that point of time, don't expect I won't repeat any kind of topics. Sunday. So today morning, some people raise the concern for them and for other people also. What I did here, I repeated the topic. But if you are going to raise the same concern after 1 week or after 3-4 days, I won't able to repeat the topic because it is wasting of the time. At the same time, we are wasting the time for the other folks also. That's the reason. Please do the practice on daily basis. And we are having the lab assistant. Chandralekha is our lab assistant. And if you have any kind of questions, you can able to reach out to her. She can able to guide you and do the practice on daily basis and do the practice on the every day and complete all the assignments also, whatever we are going to provide from the Monday onwards. With that, you can able to get the perfect knowledge on each and every topic, whatever we are going to cover as part of our coming classes. Is it clear? Okay. Now, just I want to give one more suggestion, Andy, which is nothing but please plan for taking your certificates. Which certificates? You know, right? These certificates. Okay. Okay. Commentary is not really applicable for real-time employees, Andy. Whomever is planning to put the fake experience from now onwards, search for consultancy. Don't think that after completion of the classes we'll think about the consultancy, or after completion of the classes we'll look for the certificates. Don't do that mistake, Andy, because our classes will be taken for around 45 to 50 days or 50 to 60 days, Andy, which is nothing but From now onwards, we can able to say after 1.5 months, we are going to complete all our classes. First thing, after completion of the classes, if you are searching for the consultancy and if you are planning for getting the certificates, what will happen? Again, you need to spend 1 more month. Within this 1 month, what will happen? Whatever we discussed in these 2 months, definitely you will not do the practice in this 1 month. What will happen? You will forget all these topics only. After 1 month, you got the consultancy certificates and resumes are ready. But what will happen here? You forgot all the previous topics, whatever we discussed in the classes. Then what you will generally, you will come back to the institute and you will ask the question, sir, can I join one more batch? You will ask the question, can I join one more batch? So what we will do? With some conditions, we are going to give the permission. Again, how many days you need to spend? Again, 2 more months you need to spend, right? So which is nothing but unnecessarily how many days we are wasting on it? Here 2 months and here 1 month. So indirectly we are wasting total 3 to 4 months of time. That's the reason. So don't do this kind of mistakes, Andy. Please plan for your consultancy certificates from now onwards, which is nothing but what will happen? By end of the course, you can able to get the consultancy, you can able to find out the consultancy and you can able to get the certificates from the consultancy, which is nothing but after completion of the course, immediately what you can do, you can upload the resumes and you can try for the jobs. With that, immediately you can able to get the jobs after completion of the course. Okay. But if you want to do all these kind of activities, what you need to do here, please search for consultancy and get the certificates as soon as possible. So from our side, we are not providing any kind of support for this Sunday. So please search for your consultancy from your side only and get the certificates also from your side only. Already we are having some previous batch students. They taken the consultancies and they taken the certificates. And if you want, you can able to interact with them. You can have a discussion with them. They will give some kind of guidance to you. Take the guidance from them and reach out to those consultancies and take the certificates. Make everything ready. Now tell me, this activity is depending on our classes or this activity can go in parallel? This activity can go in parallel. That's the reason. Don't wait for completion of the classes. Please start from today itself. Once you are going to start from today, what will happen? Within 1 month, you are going to ready with all these things. And within 1 month from my end, I will complete all the technical related things. After that, we will share some resumes and I will provide support to prepare the resumes. So all these activities from our side, we will take it, but consultancy and certificates that you need to take yourself. And just I want to add one more last thing here. From next Saturday and Sunday onwards, we'll conduct mock interviews. Sir, syllabus is not completed. How you can conduct the mock interviews? How I can conduct? Whatever the topic is completed till that day, on top of those topics, we'll conduct the mock interviews Sunday. How it is going to helpful to you and for me also. With the mock interviews, you yourself can assess how much you understood till that day. And from my side, I can understand how you people are understanding each and every topic. And so with that, we can able to do some kind of improvements for the next week onwards. But next Saturday and Sunday onwards, we are going to have the mock interviews. Please prepare yourself. Okay. On which topics we are going to conduct the mock interviews? Not only on GCP services and GCP services and database concepts. If you are going to start with the Unix concepts or Python concepts, on those topics also we are going to conduct the mock interviews. That is one thing. And one more thing is, I want to have one-on-one discussion with each and every one. This is for what? For time person. No, Andy. This is for your career guidance. So if you have any kind of questions, I think most of the people are having so many kind of questions. Like for example, some people are having 6 years of gap. How to handle that 6 years of gap to put the fake experience or real-time employees. For example, some people are working for 10 years or some people are having the 8 years of experience. If I'm having 8 years of experience, how I need to put the experience on for the cloud data engineering? So like this, different people are having different kind of questions, and some people are from the non-IT background, some people are non-experienced, some people are having real-time experience. Different people are going to have the different kind of questions, and that's the reason I am planning to have one-on-one discussion with each and every one. In that one-on-one discussion, you can ask all your questions. I will give the guidance. Based on that, you can plan yourself in the coming days how you can plan for resumes or how you can plan for the interviews. Okay. So immediately people will ask the question. So when we'll have these one-on-one sessions. When we are going to have it, we will let you know. Don't worry, Andy. So we are having all your names. So we'll let you know every day. We will take it for 3-4 members, or Saturday and Sunday we are going to take it for 10 members or 20 members at a time. So during that time, we will discuss about all these kind of things. But please be prepared for this one-on-one discussion also, because some people are coming from for one-on-one discussion. They are not asking any questions. I am not understanding why they came for one-on-one discussion, Andy. Please prepare yourself. What kind of questions we are having, please gather all the questions. Okay, so what is the experience I need to put, or how I need to prepare? Sir, I'm unable to understand the database concepts, what I need to do. So like this, everyone is having different types of the questions, right? Please consolidate all your questions into a paper. On that day, please come with that paper, ask all the questions. I will try to give all the best answers to you only. With that, you can able to plan for your future. Is it clear? Okay. Other than these things, you are expecting any other support from my side for now, not after completion of the class Sunday. For now, if you are expecting any other kind of support from my side, please let me know. I am telling from my side, I will conduct the mock interviews. From my side, I will take the one-on-one discussions for the career guidance, and after 20 days or 30 days, I will help you for the resume preparations and all these things. Other than these activities, if you are looking for any other kind of support from my side, please ask me. Don't ask me the consultancy, don't ask me the certificates, Andy. We are not giving any kind of support for that. Other than those, if you have any other kind of support, if you are looking for any other kind of support, please let me know. Online people, if you are also having any questions, please let me know. Not expecting anything. Yeah.
Can you show the example of real-time project?
Yeah, we'll cover the real time. So actually, so still we are in the basic phase only. So once you can able to understand all the basic topics, then definitely we are going to discuss about the real time example. So see here, morning suddenly we discuss about the backup tables and we discuss about the system tables. With that only people got the confusion. Now, other than those topics, now only if I'm going to discuss about the real time examples or real time projects, what will happen? It will, every topic is going as a bouncer. Okay, that's the reason slowly we'll enter into the real-time topics. So as I told you earlier in the demo session also, I informed that we are going to cover all the advanced topics and we are going to cover all the real-time projects and real-time examples also. But first we need to stabilize our mindset, our class in our classes. First we need to understand all the basic things first only. Once we can able to understand the basic things, definitely I will take the real-time examples. I will give the assignments on the real-time examples. At that time, you need to perform the practice also on those real-time examples. With that, don't worry about the real-time example. That is my responsibility. I will take care of all the real-time examples and real-time scenarios as part of our classes. Is it clear? Okay. Any other questions or any other support you are looking?
The project explicit.
Project explanation, this is after completion of the classes Sunday. So I promised you one more thing as part of our demo sessions. What is meant by project explanation? From our side, we will give few projects and that you can put in your resumes. This is one kind of support. What is the other support I told you earlier? If you are the real-time employee, please bring your project to me and explain requirements and architecture of your project. With that, what I will do? I will explain the same project to other students. Sir. No wonder. With that, I will guide you how to convert your project into cloud data engineering project. So this is the support I will provide to even for real-time employees or non-real-time employees only. Coming to non-real-time employees, from where you can able to get the project. From your relatives or from your friends, you can able to get any one project only. But you need to explain the project requirements and you need to explain that project architecture. Once you can able to provide that kind of information to me, I will guide you how you can able to convert that project as a cloud data engineering project. With that, you can able to put your own project into your resumes. For example, you don't have any friends or you don't have any relatives who are working in the real time only, then what you can do here? whatever the project we are discussing as part of our classes, that project only you can put as into your resumes. So here I'm telling that if you are the real-time employee, or if any one of your friend is working in the real time, or if any one of your relative is working in the real time, bring one project to me, explain the project to me, explain the requirements and explain the architecture. Then I will guide you how you can able to convert that project into the cloud data engineering project. Is it clear? But tell me when I can able to provide this support to you. When I can provide this support to you? Now itself or after completion of the classes? After completion of the classes, or at least at the end of the classes. Because if you want to put your project into the cloud data engineering project only, you need to have knowledge on the GCP services. You should have knowledge on the what is data proc, what is the PubSub, what is the data flow. Without knowing all these things, now itself, if I'm going to convert your project into the cloud data engineering, what will happen? You won't be able to understand anything. And that's the reason after completion of the classes or at the end of the course, I will tell you, please bring your projects. At that time, you can bring your projects. With that, I will guide you how you can able to convert your existing project on top of your cloud data engineering projects. Okay, already we discussed about this in the previous classes, and we discussed about this in the demo classes also, Randy. But someone raised the question. That's the reason. Just I'm repeating the same thing. Any other questions still?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have the cloud data engineering projects itself, but we haven't used the ETL tools like data flow or data proc, data fusion. Just we have migrated from cloud to cloud.
Okay. Now, what is the question now? Your question is how we need to convert that project to cloud data engineering?
Yes, I mean by using the ETL tools, how we can do that.
Yeah, you can explain that project to me, and then I will guide you how you can able to convert that project to the cloud data engineering project. That's what I'm telling. So whatever the project you are working currently, or whatever the project you are having, please explain that project to me after completion of the classes. I will guide you how you can able to put that project as a cloud data engineering project into your resume.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Any other questions?
GCP. So I want to
You want to learn Snowflake and those things, okay? So from my side, at least I'm not going to explain about the Snowflake because this is a completely separate topic. If you want to spend that time, it will take 1 week or 10 days of time. Already our schedule is fully packed, so we are having so many topics to discuss. That's the reason. At present, we are not going to discuss anything about the Snowflake. In future, if you are going to discuss, definitely we will let you know. But at present, in this batch, at least we are not going to discuss about the Snowflake. Is it clear? Okay.
Yeah. So I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
Sir, so whatever the projects you are giving from your side, so all this will be after complete of the course or in parallelly, like basic project.
Yeah, someone is asking the question. Whatever the projects we are giving from our side, Andy, not from your side, whatever the projects we are giving from our side. So when you are going to give these projects, during the classes or after completion of the classes, what is the answer? During the classes only. See, after completion of the classes, if I am giving those projects, what is the usage? There is no usage, right? So that's the reason during the classes only we are going to provide those projects only, and you are going to perform the hands-on work on top of those projects. Then only you are going to put those projects into your resume. Not after the classes. During the classes only we are going to provide those projects. I will explain the project. I will give the data to you, and I will guide you how you need to work on the project. So you yourself with your own hands you are going to perform work on the projects. Then only you are going to put those projects into your resumes if you want. Is it clear?
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? See, just I want to add one thing on it. Trust me. Whomever asking about, I'm not pointing anyone, just I'm giving the general statement only. Whomever asking about the projects or whomever asking real-time scenarios or examples, I am not seeing those people at the end of the course. So don't take anyone wrongly. Just I'm giving the general statement. Okay, I'm not pointing anyone here because at the initial days, people are having lot of interest or lot of anxiety, or they are thinking we paid the money, we can able to ask all these kind of questions. Some people are thinking like that, Andy. So they're asking so many questions. Sir, will you cover the real-time example? Will you give the real-time scenario? Will you cover the advanced topics? Will you explain the project? And will you give the hands-on work on the project? So they are asking all these kind of questions. But at the end of the classes, when we are given the projects, we are not seeing anyone. When we are given the assignments on the project, no one is completing the assignments, Andy. That's the reason just I'm giving the heads up, Andy. Whatever the interest you are showing today, same interest, please continue till end of the classes, which is nothing but when we are discussing about advanced concepts, or when we are discussing about the real-time projects, or when we are discussing about the real-time scenarios also, at that point of time also, please show the similar kind of interest, and with that you can able to perform everything end to end. So what I'm telling from my side, for everything I'm explaining, I will give, I'm explaining, I will give, and we will give everything from your side also till the end of the classes. Please show the similar kind of interest. With that, automatically it will be helpful for your resumes, it will be helpful for your interviews, and it will be helpful for our real-time work also. Is it clear? Okay. Any other questions? I know from last 20 minutes we are discussing same thing, but hope all these are useful, and I'm given the plan from my side. You are going to have the mock interviews. I'm going to conduct the one-on-one career guidance sessions. At the same time, I will give the assignments and all these things. In parallel, I am trying to understand what are the requirements from your side. Some people are asking about the real-time examples. I will give definitely. Some people are asking about the projects. We are going to cover the projects also definitely. In the same way, still, if you are having any other kind of confusions, and already I think you joined this course before 10 days, already we spent the 10 days of time. Still, if you are having any unnecessary questions in your brain, please ask me and get the clarifications for all those kind of questions. What kind of questions you need to have in your brain? All the questions should be related to our technical topics, and what is GCS, or what is database, or what is a backup table. Please try to have only those kind of questions in your brain. Don't try to have the questions, will SAR cover the real-time projects or not? Will SAR cover the real-time scenarios or not? Or will SAR cover the advanced topics or not? Don't try to have those kind of questions in your brain. If you're having those kind of questions, what will happen? You won't be able to focus on the classes. Okay, I am giving the guarantee to you. I will cover all such kind of things by completion of our course. But from your side, think about how I need to do the practice, how I need to focus on the class, or how I need to learn all the things, and with that you can able to get the perfect knowledge on each and every thing. Is it clear?
Yes.
Sorry,
Instead of having three classes.
I am okay. I expected this one, so just I'm waiting for that, and so someone is asking, instead of 3 classes, can we have only 2 classes? Trust me, after 10 days, what will happen is people will ask the question, sir, instead of 2 classes, can we have only 1 class? Okay, so thing here is I want to cover the more topics, and if you see our course content, we given the so many topics because as part of real time we need to understand all those kind of topics, and if you want to cover all those kind of topics, and you need to spend the 3 classes. There is no other option. That's the reason before joining the course only we are telling that we are going to have the 3 classes. And tell me, so far how many 3 classes, how many days are taking the 3 classes? As per my analysis, I think this is the 3rd time only I'm taking, and so every day I'm not taking the 3 classes. In the complete week, either 2 or 3, at max 4 days I will take the 3 classes. So please be available for 3 classes. I cannot able to cancel the 3 classes, but I can give the guarantee every day we are not going to have the 3 classes. In entire week might be 3 days or 4 days we are going to have the 3 classes. Is it clear? Okay.
Sir, we are working from office, sir. Some days hybrid model. It will be difficult to attend 3 sessions some days, sir.
Yeah, see here, actually, before joining the course only, you know, right, we are having the 3 classes. No? So someone is saying that she is a real-time employee and it is difficult to attend the 3 classes only. But tell me, before joining the course only, I think our admin team, or at least from my side, in the demo also, I explained to everyone, we are having 3 classes and you need to plan yourself. Suddenly, if you are coming and if you are saying I'm unable to adjust my timing Sunday, I can't do anything. Sorry for that, really.
No,
See,
sir. No, sir. Just raised the concern.
Yeah, I understood. I understood your concern. Definitely,
We'll
I
be
understood.
able to track from the video, sir. Nothing to worry, sir.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm going to give the suggestion, Andy. So coming to real-time employees, if you cannot able to attend the 3 classes, You can attend one class or two class. For every class, what we are doing, I am sending my complete notes. Whatever the notes I'm typing in the class, I'm sending that notes. At the same time, we are sharing the videos also. Please go through the video and please go through my running notes. And for every topic, I'm giving the handouts also, Nandi. Please go through the handouts also. With that, you can able to catch whatever the topics you are missing as part of these sessions. See, there is no other intention for taking the 3 classes, Nandi. With the 2 classes also, I can able to complete the course. With 1 class also, I can able to complete the course. But what is going to happen? Simply, I will skip some of the topics. If I'm going to skip the some of the topics, you cannot able to understand which topics I'm skipping, Andy. But that's not my intention. I want to cover each and every topic because I know how people are facing the issues in the real time because of not having the real time knowledge. That's the reason my intention is I want to cover all the real time integrations, or I want to cover all the real time scenarios. But if you want to cover all such kind of topics, definitely I need the time. Without having the time, I cannot able to cover all these things, Andy. And one more thing, for previous batches, main faculty will take only 1 class, junior faculty will take the other 2 classes. But here what I'm doing, I myself is taking all the 3 classes because I want to give the very good quality content to each and every student. With that, so for example, if I want, what I can do, database concepts I can give to the junior faculty, they will come and they will explain, but you cannot able to understand. Same way, Python concepts I can give to the junior faculty, they will come and they will explain, you cannot able to understand. But here my intention is I want to take all the classes from my side only. At the same time, I'm expecting support from your side also. That's the reason again I'm repeating the same statement. Every day we are not going to have the 3 classes, but within a week, 3 days or 4 days, we are going to have the 3 classes. Please adjust your mindset accordingly. No other option. Sorry for that. Okay. Any other questions?
Okay, sir.
So do we have any agile or scrum sessions like last time we had one?
Yeah, definitely we are going to have it only. So, but those agile sessions and other sessions, I am not going to take it only. Some other person will come. So we are having a person, she is a agile coach actually. She will come and take the classes on top of agile. In the same way, we are going to conduct the communication skills classes also, Nandi. Who is taking this class? Not me, some other person. Okay, so they will let you know the timings, Nandi. So whomever non-IT employees are here, or whomever non-IT background people are here, so try to attend these communication skills classes also, because communication skills also going to play very, very important role as part of your interviews or as part of your real-time projects, Andy. So you are going to have the agile sessions and you are going to have the communication skills classes. So whenever we are going to have those classes, we'll inform you the time is. Based on that, you can plan yourself and you can attend all these classes. Is it fine? Okay. Any other questions? Any open questions? Any burning issues? AC is not there. AC is not working. Not like that. Any other technical side or career side? After completion of the class immediately? After 1 or 2 hours. Okay. Actually, I given this expectation to the admin team in the morning. I told to him, okay. So please expect at least 2 hours, because I told you at morning. So after completion of the class from the Zoom, we need to download the recording and we need to upload the recording to the Google Drive. Then we need to give the permissions and everything. For all these things, it will take at least 1 to 1.5 hours. I am taking the half-an-hour buffer only. Give at least 2 hours. Before 2 hours, they will try to give the videos to you. Okay. Any other burning issues?
Sir, it is my personal issue. Hello.
Yeah, please ask me.
Sir, actually, I am a real-time experience. I have a different domain I'm asking.
Okay. Okay.
So after going to getting the job, we have that much of potential to survive there, to showing 8 years experience.
Okay, so actually that only will discuss as part of our one-on-one discussion, Andy. So when I'm going to connect the one-on-one discussion with you, you can raise that question with me. I will give the detailed answer for that question. Is it fine?
Yeah, very fine.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, while we are attending this,
Sorry, your voice is very low, Andy. Can you please repeat the question?
sir, while we are attending interviews, can we get any assistance?
Yeah, someone is asking a question like this, Andy. While we are attending the interviews, can we get any kind of assistance. What is meaning by assistance here? See here, actually, so we will share some interview questions. That is the one activity we will do from our side, and I will try to give the explanation for a different type of interview questions. What kind of answers we need to give as part of interviews, and these kind of assistance we are going to provide. Don't expect the assistance as part of interviews. I will give the answer. Okay, so we'll give the assistance as part of my classes. I will cover the real-time scenarios at the same time. Whatever the questions they're asking from the interview side, I will cover all such kind of things. At the same time, we are going to provide the interview kit, and with the help of that interview kit, you can able to get the answers for all the interview questions, whatever they're asking. These kind of assistance only we are going to provide. We are not taking any kind of proxy interviews, or we are not helping to the people whomever is attending the interviews. So which means we are not sitting beside them, and we are not giving any kind of guidance as part of the interviews. And see, if I'm giving that kind of support, what will happen? Everyone can able to get the job, but after that, once you are going to work in the real time, can I come and do your work? No, right? That's the reason. Prepare yourself perfectly, and for the preparation, I will give the guidance, but you need to face the interviews with your own knowledge. Okay, and if anyone is going to say we'll do the proxy interviews on all these things, and don't encourage such kind of people. If you are going to fall into that kind of trap, you cannot able to survive in the real time. So please listen my words. If anyone is saying that I will take the proxy interview, give me the 20,000 or give me the 50,000, don't do that kind of mistakes, because they will do the proxy interview, you will get the job, but after getting the job, who need to work in the real time? You yourself, with your own hands, you need to do the work, and without clearing the interviews or without having knowledge to attend the interviews, how you can able to work in the real time? That's the reason. Don't do any such kind of mistake. Those kind of mistakes. This is one of my sincere session. Okay. Yeah, I think already 30 minutes I've taken the Gyan class, and it's enough. Okay, so we'll meet you tomorrow at same 8:30. Okay, and tomorrow how many classes we're having? 3 classes. So please attend without fail. Thank you. No, I am having the meetings in my office, so it's 8:30 to 10 now. We'll let you know.